know a guy in an alley that has some rusty tools. The latest I say wait till they get really loose, and then you're nervous.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's not that.
But she still wants the experience. It's all about the experience.
Okay, I don't want to say stupid stuff.
Oh, you'll say a few stupid things.
But also
Good. It was easy peasy for me.
yeah. Alright guys, we are headed to, what kind of dentist does, what is it called? I'm going to put my makeup on in the car. My husband is driving me. I'm just going to tell you, I am feeling pretty nervous about this. Mostly because it's just like a lack of control, and you know, you don't like doing this kind of stuff either.
No, of course not.
Yeah. For yourself. But for me, he's like, it's going to be fine.
No, but I'm different. I'm like claustrophobic.
You're different.
I don't want, someone in my mouth touching
I don't like
me.
anybody in my mouth either.
Yeah.
But, it's like once you sit down, you have no control over your body. Like, I don't know. I'm not concerned that I'm going to die, and I'm not concerned that I'm not going to come out of it or something, but it's just the lack of control with your own body. I will not be able to control anything. And, that's just a really bizarre feeling. So, okay, so now that my makeup's all done and we are en route, I wanted to talk to you about why I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed. 44 years old is considered old to be getting your wisdom teeth removed. They typically will not, this is what they told me when I went in for my assessment, they will not remove wisdom teeth on anyone over 40 and over unless there is a real need to do so. So, I should have had, typically you have your wisdom teeth removed in your teenage years or by the time you're 22 or 24, I think is what they said. In my early 20s, I did get assessed. So I only was born with 3 wisdom teeth. One of my top ones was removed when I was about 18 years old, maybe 19 years old. And they just pulled it. It grew in like all crazy and was hurting my cheek, and I didn't have enough room for it. That was pulled. It fully was exposed, so it was easy to pull. My other top wisdom tooth never grew in. I didn't have one. And it's crazy because my twins were also only born with 3 wisdom teeth, and they are mirroring the ones that is the one that is missing. It is the opposite for each, like one is this one and one is the other one. It's really interesting. And so my lower wisdom teeth in my early 20s, so when I had my top wisdom tooth removed, they told me that my bottom teeth were already impacted. Early 20s, I went to see a dentist, and they said yes, they confirmed again that yes, they needed to be surgically removed. I was a single mom at that time. I could not afford, I don't know what it was then, maybe $500 or something, but Lenny's convinced that this could all be done for $200. He is so cheap.
I know a guy in an alley that has some rusty tools.
No.
And the anesthesia is pretty crazy.
So I want to say it was like $500, and that was I was a single mom. I couldn't afford that, so I just kind of let it go.
Single ladies,
So then I marry Lenny. We have all these kids, and
you can't afford it.
It's not that. Then it becomes like you're a mom. You're dealing with your kids. You're raising children. You're, their needs come first, and so now we're at a place where we have one child who had braces.
She's an old lady with braces. Her teeth are about to fall out, but she still wants the experience. It's all about the experience.
I don't want the experience for this. So,
I say wait till they get really loose, and then you just move them forward.
So, we have one child that got braces. He is now out of his braces. The next child that
we're reuse them, and so they're on her face.
We're not reusing them. So, the next child that will get braces, he's not quite ready for them yet. So I was like, you know what? We're in a place where we can do this. So I went ahead and I've wanted to straighten my teeth my whole life. I've told you guys about that. I'll link to the video whenever I did all of that so that you have it. So I got my braces. Well, when I got my braces put in, she said, I don't think I'm going to need to have your wisdom teeth removed. I think we're going to be okay. Well, about 3 months in, she says, we're going to have your wisdom teeth removed. So part of the problem is, I'm sorry, we're on a pretty bumpy road. Part of the problem is they are so impacted that they are like pushing my back molars are not, like, they're tilted because those teeth are in the way. Does that make sense? I don't think it's so much for the room as it is for the other teeth can't be correct. The very, very back teeth can't be corrected because the wisdom teeth that are impacted are in the way. So they are partially exposed. I guess I could try to take a picture and show you guys. I don't know.
No.
It's pretty gross, and I'll tell you. I don't know what you say. Anyway, so.
But she still wants the experience. It's all about the experience.
I don't want the experience for this. I am super nervous because they are going to put me out, and they are going to use drills, and that is just scary. Right, I'm hungry. They said not to eat or drink anything, not even water, from 8 hours before, so that was at 2 a.m. I was up till about 1, made sure that I drank water, and I knew I was going to wake up thirsty. I'm used to having I'm used to having my coffee in the mornings, and honestly, I just want to get this done and over with, but I also don't want to get this done. I am nervous.
It'll be fun.
So I'm also concerned about afterwards, just not being functionable, you know?
Oh, you'll function.
I don't want to...
We'll get you on videotape, I promise.
Okay, I don't want to say stupid stuff.
Oh, you'll say a few stupid things.
But also, like, I don't want to spend the rest of the day sleeping.
You're
like
not.
to do things.
You'll be back up again.
So I will tell you, one of the things that they're doing is they have... I hope I'm saying this right. So basically, I'm paying extra for prolonged pain medicine that they give often to teenagers. They asked me if I wanted it. It was like an extra $200 or $250. I said, yes, please. So they give this to you, and it's 2 days of pain management. It lasts for 2 days. So that I am really hoping does well. They said actually that they give it to teenagers. They really encourage that teenagers do it because your teenage years are potentially your most risky years for, you know, experimenting with things, and it's very easy to get addicted to pain medication, and so they really like for teenagers to opt for that option. But they offered it to me, and I'm like, yes, that sounds great. Because here's my other concern. My other concern is it's Friday, and we're going into a weekend, and what happens if I'm in terrible pain on Saturday or Sunday? They did tell me they're going to give me a phone number, and you know, they're going to give me a phone number, and I can call, and somebody will call me right back. They said they're very attentive to all of that, but still, it's the weekend, and that's just a little nerve-wracking. All right, so there we go. We're almost there. I think I'll be fine. I do think I'll be fine, but it's just all of that. All of that.
The thing is that you're nervous.
A little bit.
Yeah, and
I'm giving Lenny all the passwords. He's like, you're not dying.
I already have the passwords, but she acts like I don't.
I guess we'll see you on the other side of all this. Alright guys, I lived. How was it for you?
Good. It was easy peasy for me.
Yeah. Alright, I think I'm gonna get some ice cream. My mouth is so dry.
You don't want ice cream.
Well, I need something because my mouth is dry and it tastes terrible.
I brought some regular water.
Oh, I'll take that. All right, so this is once we're home and settled in. This is a few hours after the procedure, probably about 3 hours, and you can see that side is getting some bruising and swelling. There were knots on both sides. You can see straight on the swelling in on my face, but the recovery journey is beginning, and I'm having some soup for lunch. I made sure that it wasn't too hot because you don't want the heat to do any damage to your stitches, but we're having soup for lunch. So then this is day 2, the morning of day 2, and you can see that bruise, and the swelling is significantly bigger on that side of my face where the bruise is. But again, both sides had a knot. And this is the morning of day 3 before I'm taking a shower, and you can see that there are some real purple lines showing up and some purple color showing up in that bruise. And I'm telling you that I am going to take a shower and get ready for church. All right, so here we are, ready for church. Hopefully, ibuprofen lasts me through church. All right, so here we are. This is late afternoon on day 4 of my wisdom teeth healing. Or wisdom teeth surgical extraction healing, however you want to say it. So here is the part that was super bruised. Here's how it's coming along. So I feel like the bruising is kind of moving down a little bit. And it's definitely starting to change colors. So we should be on the road to healing. I do feel like there's some bruising up in here too. And I feel like it's just kind of coming down this way. And this is a knot. This side has a bit of a knot right here, but overall, this side is okay. All right, we are on day 5. So this, you can see that it's, some of the bruising has moved down in here. But the bruising is changing color enough that it's definitely, this is like the healing process of a bruise. This side, so this is still a knot, but not as bad of a knot. Not. This side has a little bit of a knot, but there's really no bruising. And we're still just doing ibuprofen as needed and the antibiotics. So this is what the healing looks like for day 5. I have meetings all day. I'll be on camera, and hopefully this won't be super obvious. And here's what it looks like with makeup. All right, so I have had a day full of meetings. I'm a little rough. This is how I've looked on camera all day. Anyway, today is officially day 6. So I had my wisdom teeth removed on Friday, which was day 1. Today is day 6, and here is how the healing is coming along. So I'm a little less swollen day by day. Honestly, this is still a knot, and the bruising is coming down, and the bruising is kind of up in here too. This side really, honestly, just has a knot. It never, and this knot is really doing well. It never really bruised over here. Hey guys, all right, we are on day 7 of wisdom tooth removal, and I've put on makeup today because we're going to the dentist for one of my children. My hair is still wet, but bruising, I mean, it's covered with makeup, but you can see that bruising is starting to subside and swelling is starting to go down. Anyway, we're moving right along with progress in healing, and that's exciting. My mouth does hurt. My mouth does still hurt a bit, and I'm still taking ibuprofen, but overall, I feel like the healing is coming along really well. So, all right, I'll keep you updated. Okay, I forgot to take a picture yesterday, but here we are, day 9, and I feel like this is taking forever for this to go away. But as you can see, every day the bruise is changing colors. So we're getting closer, sorry, my hair's a mess. We're getting closer and closer to this being wrapped up. And still, when I put makeup on it, you can still kind of see it, but it does cover it up more and more. Now I will tell you, so today's day 9. Day 1 was the day that the surgery was done. On day 5, I started feeling back here in the back, where the incisions were at and where the teeth were removed, I started feeling like throbbing pain in between as soon as my medicine would wear off, my ibuprofen. I still have not done the hydrocodone just because I feel like that's harsh and I don't really want to do that. But I've alternated with regular Tylenol and ibuprofen. And when the medicine wears off, it starts hurting again. And honestly, my jaw all the way through here is hurting too. Just like an ache. In here, it's just like a headache in your mouth. But back here, it hurts pretty bad. I think part of it is because I'm having a hard time, even though I brush my teeth every time after I eat, and I use the prescription mouthwash that they gave me, I'm having a hard time keeping food out of the holes. The holes are closing up more and more, but still, you know, I'm sure that's to be expected. My follow-up appointment is in a few days, so I'll have them take a look. I am finished with the antibiotic, but I have a feeling that maybe there's still some infection and I might need a different antibiotic. So we'll find out. It's the weekend now. By Monday, if I'm not better, my appointment's on Tuesday. I mean, whether it's dry socket or whether it's infection, it'll all run its course. So I don't have fever. I'm not dying. So I'm just kind of trying to just keep plugging along, right? All right, so that's how the bruising's looking. Pretty much the knot on this side is pretty much gone. On this side, there is still a little bit of a knot, but that bruise has started pulling down and it's changing colors and dissipating. So that's where we are. All right, guys, so we are on day 12 and here is how the bruise is looking. Like, it's really just an outline of the bruise at this point and it goes down a little bit. All right, I am getting ready to go into my meetings, but I wanted to show you with makeup, it does a pretty good job at this point with the way that the bruise is dissipating, covering it up. So here's how we look. I am ready for my work day and ready for my appointment tomorrow with the, what is it? Surgical dentist? I don't know. What do you call them? What do you call them? All right, guys, I'm gonna go get my work day started. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, so I had my final follow-up appointment today with the dentist. What is it? It's a surgical dentist, I guess, from getting my wisdom teeth removed. I can tell you that this side where the bruise was, I mean, I've got makeup on today, but it's pretty much gone. There's a faintness that more has dissipated since I videoed, I guess 2 days ago. But, sorry, I was checking the message. Overall, I'm good. Like, there's a tiny, tiny little bump here. This side is completely good. So today was my follow-up appointment. They sent me home with, this is like I don't know if you can see that, wrong end. It's a syringe. Let's see here. I guess if I'd been prepared, I would have opened it up. It's a syringe with a curved end. So I will fill that up with water. Both sides still have holes that are open, but now I can just use water to kind of shoot in there and flush them out. They flushed them out today with some solution, and all that came out of one was like a tiny little piece of garlic of all things. And then the other one had nothing in it. So they said there didn't appear to be any infection, that everything is clear and good to go, and it may take, this side has the bigger hole. It may take about 2 more weeks for this side to totally close up. This one is closed up more, but every day when I wake up, I can feel more and more closure and healing. I was taking ibuprofen, 800 milligrams of ibuprofen around the, well, not around the clock, but every 6 to 10 hours. From last from like so from day 5 to day 12, those days I had constant, steady pain. I should have had my follow-up appointment on day 8, but we weren't able to get it. Schedules didn't coincide, as I had explained before. So if I had gone in at day 8, who knows, they could have seen that maybe there was an infection, but if there was, it's already cleared up. All is well. They said it's all healing up really well. So unless an infection happens between now and when the healing finishes, then I should be in the clear. So here are and I did ask them, about, I didn't ask the dentist himself, or the doctor himself, but I asked one of the nurses about the big bruise, which they really can't see it today because I've got makeup on, but I was telling them how big it was. And they just said that happens. Like it wasn't like there was anything memorable to them about the procedure. They see tons of patients every day. So, yeah, I guess this was uneventful. So they asked me how I was feeling, and I said, or how my healing journey was. And I said, listen, I don't want to do it again. I never want to do it again, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. The first few days were definitely not as bad as I thought they would be. The pain that I felt from like day 5 to day 12, they said it's possible that there was a dry socket, but since they didn't see me during that time, they don't know. But also, if it was a dry socket, it probably would have been intense enough that I would have needed the hydrocodone, which I never used. So who knows? But overall, the pain was not unbearable or terrible. I don't want to do it again, and I do, if any of my children need to have this done, I would definitely encourage them to do it in their teens or in their early 20s. So far, no one needs them removed yet, but we'll see. And if they do, I really want them to get it done early. All right, guys, there you go. Thanks for watching. I'm so glad that I decided to record this journey, because I'm sure there is someone out there who's in their 40s debating, do I really need to get this done? Is it really gonna be terrible? Just do it. Just get it done. You will be glad that you did. So I'm excited to not have to deal with infection back there anymore, or swelling, or any of that like I described before. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.